Chapter 27. The late arrival of Lord Mo. The street outside the first piano building on this street. Countless cultivators around stared at the chessboard that had ended. All of them were silent. Many had long bureaucratic sleeves, straight until Guhai was bullied, so that they could go up and help, so that they could repay the favor they had done not long ago. But in front of me, isn't this Zhong Chanqi, the Grandmaster of the Silver Moon's first chess house? Isn't his chess Dao very powerful? He was known as one of the Silver Moon City's top 10 chess kings. What kind of situation is this? Killed by Guhai's falling discs. Swallowed 100 discs this time. This is against the rhythm of the heavens. Grandmaster Gu is also that good at chess. A coincidence, right? Good. Grandmaster Gu played well. Grandmaster Gu has won. Quick, transfer the Silver Moon first chess house to Grandmaster Gu. Ha ha ha. Good. Grandmaster Gu is also good at chess. The surrounding cultivators cheered at once. Long Wanqing looked like she was taking it for granted. If you were to fight over the zither, Guhai might not be able to win. He didn't have the zither Dao intent, and you had to compete over chess. Aren't you just trying to kill yourself? Sure enough, the Thousand Island Sea is too remote after all. Guhai's chess power in the Thousand Island Sea hasn't been passed over at all, and Silver Moon City is only aware of Guhai's chess power by himself and a bunch of his subordinates. This isn't a pitfall. This is something young Master An brought on himself. Long Wanqing also smiled. City Lord he. Since you have been the host, and now with the whole city as witnesses, the winner has been decided. Now we can proceed with the transfer of property rights. Right. This is young Master An's bet against the king of Liu Yang's name. Oh. He Shikong frowned slightly. A hint of difficulty flashed in his eyes. What's going on here? Zhong Chanqi. Didn't you say that you would definitely win? Didn't you say you would win? Young Master An glared angrily. Young Master An felt like he was going crazy. This was the Silver Moon's #1 chess building. Although it wasn't as good as the world's #1 piano building, it was still a huge industry in Silver Moon City. And it could bring a large amount of military expenses to Grandpa every year. He already didn't know how to explain to Grandpa after he had brought down the world's #1 piano building, but now he had given away the Silver Moon's #1 chess building as well. Young Master An could already imagine how terrible Grandpa's chastisement would be. No, young Master An, coincidence, coincidence. It must be coincidence, Zhong Chanqi shouted as he stared and pointed at the chessboard. What coincidence? What coincidence? Tell me, what coincidence? You've exported the Silver Moon first chess house, young Master An glared angrily, and within those eyes, it was as if he wanted to kill Zhong Chanqi. When the surrounding group of subordinates saw young Master An's vindictive expression, no one dared to go forward to advise him. Zhong Chanqi had a jolt and immediately called out, Young Master An, I'm going to play another game with him. Another game. It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. He beat me by coincidence. Young Master An's eyes were filled with killing intent. Zhong Chanqi once again resolutely said, Young Master An, you know, Guhai is only good at zither. He is ignorant of chess. I can beat him. I've seen the 28th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess game. You know, that's the 28th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess game. It's the chess game that can set up 28th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal formation. Guhai definitely can't win. I have the 8 remnants of chess game. I have the 8 remnants of chess game. I can surely win. I'm sure I can win. Give me another chance. Young Master An glared at Zhong Chanqi with red eyes. Young Master An, trust me. I will definitely lose Guhai to the point of losing everything. I will definitely make Guhai lose until he kneels in front of you and let you insult and beat him. Zhong Chanqi gambled and swore. Young Master An's expression slowly eased. Young Master An, I apologize, Guhai said with a faint smile. Young Master An, however, threw away Zhong Chanqi and looked at Guhai and said, No, you must play another game. When the surrounding cultivators heard this, Many of them exploded. What? Willing to gamble? Young Master An has lost and denied it. How did King Liu Yong give birth to such a first grandson? Going back on your word, King Liu Yang's reputation is all lost to you. Countless cultivators around stared angrily. Oh, does young Master An mean to ray-bet? Or did you say just now that the bets made against each other in the name of King Liu Yong didn't count? Gu Hai said with a smile. What I said just now counts. Willing to gamble. What's yours is yours. My royal family's properties in Silver Moon City are more than that. There are other properties. I'm going to continue to gamble with you and use the other properties to gamble with you. You have to gamble. Young Master An glared and drank. Young Master An was also anxious and mad at this moment. The closure of the world's #1 piano building was fine. The Silver Moon's #1 chess building must be preserved and must be won back. Or is Zhong Qianqi playing against me? Gu Hai frowned. Not bad. It's still Zhong Qianqi. However, this time, it's a remnant that Zhong Qianqi realized from the 28th Heaven and Earth vertical chess game. Young Master An glared and droned. On the side, Long Wenqing quietly stood aside without saying anything. At this moment, she was already powerless to say anything. 28 Heaven and Earth vertical and horizontal chess games, and a remnant. Zhong Qianqi hadn't even comprehended the 28th Heaven and Earth longitudinal chess game, so he dared to create a remnant to make things difficult for Gu Hai. It's not impossible. It's just that his young master and first cashing in on what he did before, so that I can continue to play chess with this grand boss Zhong. Gu Hai laughed. Cashing out, young master and waved his hand. City Lord He Shikong, however, let out a long breath and nodded. Immediately, a group of officials quickly proceeded with the estate transfer. The crowd waited patiently amidst the waiting. Gu Hai smiled faintly and said, Young Master An, this time, the estate was transferred in front of the city lord and in front of the entire city. So don't come back in a few days to cause an estate dispute. HMPH, whether it's yours or not, we still don't know, young Master An said in a cold voice. Go, lead a group of people. Go forward to Silver Moon First Chess House and take over the chess house, Gu Hai said to a Dahon official. Yes, that Dahon official answered. Instantly, a group of first-grade hall disciples, led by a few Dahon officials and some of young Master An's subordinates, headed to the Silver Moon First Chess Building to hand over the building. Zhong Qianqi, listen to me clearly. If you lose again, bring your head to me, young Master An said in a cold voice. Yes, Zhong Qianqi answered. Go prepare the remnants, young Master An said in a deep voice. Yes, it's just that my subordinate is a little worried. I have 8 stalemate games, each with their own specialties, so I don't know which one to choose for a while. Zhong Qianqi frowned. Then let's play all 8 pieces together, 1 game at a time, 1 industry at a time, and bet with him. You lose 1 game, lose 1 industry, you win 1 game. What Gu Hai won in front of you, including the one's the building in this street. Give it to me together, young Master An said in a cold voice. What? This is not fair. The betting chips are not equal. Those properties of young Master An, how can they compare to the one piano building in this street? Yes, using all of Gu Hai's properties to bet against one of yours. That's not fair. The surrounding cultivators shouted in shock and anger. Silence. The city lord let out a cold snort. The surrounding army once again squeezed the crowd of cultivators outwards. Gu Hai, you're betting even if you're betting. And you're betting even if you're not. Young Master An stared at Gu Hai with red eyes. Gu Hai took an odd look at young Master An and finally revealed a bitter smile and said, Young Master An, in fact, these days, the anger in my heart has subsided, and you've lost quite a bit, so I'd say let it go. How about everything ends here? Young Master An, Gu Hai, he's scared. It was just a coincidence just now. He's afraid of my stump. Zhong Qianqi was instantly surprised. No, you have to bet, young Master An glared. Gu Hai looked at Zhong Changqi and said with a slight smile, "Boss Zhong, in order to please young Master An, you want to bet my entire fortune. You want to push me into the grave without realizing that you're digging a hole for yourself. HMPH, demonic words, just now you were just a fluke. The 28th heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess game is not something you can comprehend. You think you will still win." Ignorant little child, Zhong Changqi glared and shouted, "28 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal chess games? Heh, it's nothing more than that. It's you who thought it was too strong." Gu Hai revealed a cold smile and said, "Ha ha ha ha, you come then, young master," and called out, "Gu Hai, why didn't they believe it when they themselves were telling the truth? All right, prepare your title certificates, sign the contract, and set the plate," Gu Hai said helplessly. Long Wanqing stood on the side and remained silent. The surrounding cultivators were once again worried for Gu Hai. While Zhong Changqi had a smug look on his face, young Master An was clenching his fists, always feeling that something seemed wrong. On the opposite side, above a small building, Sima Changkong frowned slightly and said, "Could it be that what Gu Hai said is true? Young Master An hasn't even climbed out of the pit yet, and he's falling down again." Above another small building, Fairy Wanna was also frowning. She looked at the center of the crowd in the distance. "Villainous, humph, can you keep winning?" Silver Moon City, where the southern city gate was. A flying boat stopped. From the top of the flying boat, a group of subordinates dressed in black came down, and at the very front, an old man dressed in grey walked at the forefront. A group of immortal crane carriages quickly arrived close by to pull business, and the crowd collected their flying boats and stepped onto the immortal crane carriages. "Lord Mo, where are we going first?" "The heaven's first piano building," a subordinate curiously said. "No, let's go to the Silver Moon's first chess building. It's been a long time since I've touched that pushing chess bed. That's a treasure left behind by the old man of chess watching. Let's go there first." "Ha ha ha," Lord Mo said with a faint smile. Yes. At the entrance of the city, a token was easily passed through, rushing towards a street in the city. It didn't take long before the immortal crane carriage stopped in front of a huge chess building. "Quick, quick, move these things out. Quickly move them out. You are limited to half an hour. If you don't empty it out, you won't be allowed to move it." In front of the chess building, there was a lot of cacophony, and countless cultivators were here among the onlookers. Silver Moon's #1 chess building, losing to Grandmaster Gu. Good, asking them to go find trouble with Grandmaster Gu. Retribution. Serves them right. The surrounding cultivators shouted. Lord Mo, who got down from the immortal crane car, however, his face changed. "Assholes, what are you doing? Dare to act recklessly in Silver Moon's first chess house." Immediately, some black-clothed subordinates rushed up. A Dahon official, who was in the middle of counting down, suddenly glared with his eyes and said, "What are you doing? This is my master's property. The Silver Moon first chess house is already my master's. Hey, how dare you?" That black-clothed subordinate was instantly enraged. "Who are you people? This is Master Gu's shop. What do you want?" It couldn't have been arranged by young Master An. He's too much of a sore loser, right? The countless onlooker cultivators in the surroundings immediately blocked in front of the man in black. "Come back," Lord Mo let out a loud shout. The man in black retreated back in a frown. "Huh, Lord Mo." Instantly, one of the chess house people who had originally moved the items recognized a grey-clothed old man. "Oh, it's you. What's going on?" Silver Moon's #1 chess building. How did it change ownership? Lord Mo said in a cold voice. The man stammered, not knowing what to say. Lord Mo's eyes narrowed and said, "Oh, even I dare to hide it. You are really bold. Do you know the consequences of concealing from me?" Plop. The man fell to his knees. "Lord Mo, it's none of my business. It's young Master An who took the shopkeeper to the #1 kin." building on this street and bet against Gu Hai, exporting the chess building. Match betting. What audacity. Zhong Qianqi actually dared to use the king's property to bet against someone. Where's his brother? Where's Zhong Qianqi? Wasn't he asked to watch more? Lord Mo's eyes glared as he said, "The #1 piano building in the world, the #1 piano building in the world, has also closed down." The man knelt on the ground and said bitterly, "Asshole, how could the world's first kin house close down? Where are their people? Where's young Master An? Where are Zhong Qianqi and Zhong Qianqi?" Lord Mo said in a cold voice, "They're still at the #1 kin building on this street. It seems like they're still gambling," the man said bitterly. "Get in the car. Take me to that what is the first piano building in this street. Also, what you know, or give me a clear explanation. Have the courage to hide. The whole clan will be exterminated," Lord Mo said in a cold voice. "Yes," the man answered with a jolt.